The third type of velocity problem is where we're not solving for velocity and we're not solving for position, but this time we are solving for time. So what we'll need to do is, again, get time by itself. So let's rewrite our equation in shortcut mode. V equals delta P divided by delta T. And we're going to start off the same way we started off last time by moving delta T to the other side. So I multiply both sides by delta T. And just like before, this delta T cancels here, and we're left with delta T on the other side. But now we are not quite done. So let's keep going. So now I have delta T times V equals delta P, just like we had before. And like I said, I want to keep going so that I can get delta P by itself. So what I'll do now is divide both sides by V. And again, delta T times V divided by V. Well, the V's are going to cancel out. So those are gone. And what are we left with? Delta T equals P divided by V. Let's try that V again, because that was not quite where I wanted it. Oh, and it's going to make me do the whole thing again. Okay, so let's rewrite our whole equation. Delta T equals delta P divided by V. Okay, so that's the hard part. Now we just have to plug in the stuff from our equation. So let's find delta P first. So we'll put that in red. So delta P, we scroll up. Delta P is how far the student, in this case, a brand new student, is fed up with Mr. Schober's questions and climbs into a catapult. The catapult throws the student 3,514 meters. So that's our delta P. We'll come down here, write that in. 3,514 meters. We're going to divide that by the velocity that's given in the question itself. So the velocity is right here at 250 meters per second. Let's see, I'll underline that in blue, 250 meters per second. So now we scroll down and 250. And like we talked about with units earlier, this was meters. This is meters per second. Get that out of there. And so when we divide these, meters cancels meters, and I'm left with divided by seconds, which is a little weird, but basically our seconds are going to get kicked around to the top. And so our answer will have units of seconds. And if that didn't make sense to you, don't worry. That's a little bit of a tricky math, but when you divide by something and then divide by it again, it's flipping it around to the top. Anyways, what we need to do now is plug this into our calculator to find out what we get. And 3,514 divided by 250 equals 14.056. So we'll write our answer over here. 14 point. You just going to go and do that to me, computer, after all that work?